Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a very busy Tuesday night. The hurricane, the wildfires, and the ABC News town hall with President Trump amid this pandemic. We will get to it all here, and we begin with Hurricane Sally, set to make landfall within hours. States of emergency warnings up tonight from Louisiana clear across to Florida. This is a slow-moving storm which could make matters worse, expected to dump up to 30 inches of rain with a possible life-threatening storm surge. This hurricane with winds 80 miles per hour. The outer bands already reaching the coast tonight, wind and rain hitting Gulf Shores, Alabama. The images coming in from Florida as well. Rough surf along the shores in Destin, Florida. Flooding already reported tonight. A barge breaking loose, becoming wedged under the Pensacola Bay Bridge. And take a look at the view from space. Bursts of lightning there as this storm closes in on the coast. Hurricane Sally in the coming hours is set to become the third hurricane to make landfall along the Gulf Coast this season alone. So let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z with the new track and timing just in tonight. Ginger, what are you expecting?
I am expecting Sally by tomorrow morning making landfall, but we have been feeling the impacts all day. I am at the head of the Dog River. This is the Mobile Bay, which is usually very serene. That is obviously not the case with those whitecaps kicking up here. And David, it's as if Sally has been trying to make its way through peanut butter instead of air. It's moving so slow today. It's had a couple of locking systems. I'm going to explain it to you. You see it on satellite. It's about 60-some miles to my south, and it should make landfall again tomorrow morning. So as it churns toward us overnight, we anticipate those really heavy bands of rain, winds of 70 to 80 miles per hour. We've already seen gusts at Fort Morgan above 70, and the timing there shows you along the path. It will make its way then Wednesday afternoon into the far northwest corner of Florida Panhandle and then south of Montgomery and eventually out through South Carolina by the end of the week. Before it does that, we've got a tornado watch from Apalachicola to Mexico Beach, Panama City, you're included, all the way here to Mobile. So watch for some spin in some of those outer bands. You also have to know the timing because this is what's so critical. Tonight we feel that eye shield, right? The shield ahead of the actual eye itself. Watch that stationary front try to trap that storm. 73 mile per hour Mobile, right as it makes landfall somewhere near Gulf Shores or Orange. As it moves to the north, I think we all really feel the impacts along the bay here, and then it should break open and allow it to move east, kicking it out with this trough. Number one, it is all about the rain. 10 to 30 inches of rain right here through Destin to the east of me. And then also the surge with the water pushing up. That combination could be life-threatening with flash flooding, David.
We'll be watching straight through the overnight hours into the early morning. Ginger, our thanks to you again tonight. And as you heard Ginger report there, authorities are warning of potentially deadly flooding. The storm crawling its way toward land and moving very slowly once it gets here, which of course is never good. Senior meteorologist Rob Marciano tonight from Pensacola, Florida.
Tonight, families from the Florida Panhandle to Louisiana bracing for life-threatening flooding from Hurricane Sally.
There's a Category 1 hurricane just 100 miles offshore, and it's not really moving at all.
Watches and warnings in effect for 350 miles of coastline.
Well, talk about surge. This ain't the Gulf, this is the bay. These persistent winds just pushing this water up against these seawalls.
Those waves also slamming this barge right into the Pensacola Bay Bridge, shutting it down. In Mobile County, Alabama, 2 riverboat casinos and a canal breaking free, crushing a dock. The storm surge began inundating Dolphin Island during high tide on Monday. Several drivers who didn't get out in time found their cars buried in sand. With up to 30 inches of rain forecast in spots, Alabama's governor urging families along the coast to get out if they still can.
My fellow Alabamians, Hurricane Sally is not to be taken for granted.
The storm now moving away from New Orleans, but not the storm surge. These waves raging on Lake Pontchartrain.
So let's get right to Rob Marciano, feeling the effects already tonight. He's live from Pensacola. And Rob, we know the conditions really have been steadily getting worse as the afternoon has been wearing on with you.
Oh, absolutely. Matter of fact, David, the last hour, it's really going downhill. It was manageable before, but now we're getting wind gusts that are approaching hurricane force. Look at the action off the bay here. We got waves 6 feet, and this is low tide. Want to show you some of the numbers as far as what wind gusts we've already seen are seeing right now. Over 50 miles per hour here in Pensacola. Over 50 miles per hour in Pensacola and Mobile. Already a wind gust measured over 71 miles per hour, and the strongest core of those winds has yet to come on shore. That will be 6 to 10 hours from now when water here will be at high tide, so it will be even more dangerous, destructive, and life-threatening. David.
And as we look at you, Rob, here live tonight, you know, that's the eastern side of the storm, the dirty side of the storm, as they call it. You're already feeling the effects, Rob. We appreciate this. Stay safe with the crew there, and we'll continue to follow it into the night. In the meantime...
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.